To create a design, we'll click New, and we can define a new name or just get started. This will bring us into the designer where we can switch to different mapping providers and zoom in to the area where we want to draw modules. And in this case, I'm going to do this roof here, and I'm going to click New to draw a field segment around this roof. I just click into the corners. I can hold Shift to get 90-degree angles, and I double click when I get to the end of my shape. Once I select a module from the list, they will lay out to the south, and I can right click to set the azimuth. Here they're in landscape orientation, but I can switch them to vertical. I can also define setbacks from the ridge by drawing a keep out along the ridge, and then I just double click and give a setback of 3 feet. There you can see the setback. And if I view this in 3D, I just hold Shift and click and drag the mouse to see this from the side, and that makes it easy to see changes like defining the height of the field segment or adjusting the tilt. Additionally, if I change this to a fixed tilt system, if you're doing commercial applications, you can see how the modules would be oriented with a flat roof and tilted modules. In this case, I'm doing a residential, so I want flush mount at a low tilt. I'm going to recenter my view to see this from the top down, and I can click in the Showing and Hiding Array button so that I can see behind the modules to define keep outs for things like skylights or chimneys. So I'm just going to draw this by clicking into the corners and then double clicking when I'm done, defining a setback from this shape. And now I can copy this shape to all the similar objects. So here we have a skylight and some more skylights up here, which I will drag this shape to there as well. Once I've got that, now I can define a new keep out for this chimney. And this chimney has a height. So once I finish this, we'll view this in 3D. So you can see as I raise the height here, how that affects the chimney in this shape. You can also see that I can toggle on and off whether modules will be placed into the shade using the Keep Out from Shade section. And I can shift modules using Align to Click. Basically, wherever I click, a module will start from that point. That allows me to shift modules within the field segment. If I go back to Keep Outs, I can remove modules by right-clicking on them. And if I go to Advanced Shading, I can remove modules based on how much energy they lose due to shade. So here I'm going to set a threshold of 20%. So if anything has more than 20% shade losses, it's removed. If I go to Electrical, I can define the inverter that I want to use. So I'm just going to search for SMA 6000TL and grab that inverter from my list. I can then move the inverter into location and save and exit, and we're done.